So you want to explain to them what we have to do?
We have to take the intake off so that we can change the alternator. Well, put the new alternator on because it's already missing.
Yeah. So we don't necessarily have to take the intake off for that.
You wanted to take the intake off though.
We're taking the intake loose and popping it up because I am fairly certain that
Did you get this
the butterfly valves might be closed, and in the current tune that's in the car, they're disabled. And if that is the case, then there's a lot of horsepower sitting on the table because those valves are closed in the intake runners. So I'm going to pop it loose and stick my finger up in there, see if the valves are open or closed. If they're open, we're good. If they're closed, I'm going to zip tie the motor open. So all these bolts that run along. So there's that one, and there's one back there and something on this side.
And all the other extensions are in the trailer room.
Oh, actually, there's one inside on the 3D one, but that one worked just fine.
I know this one will work just fine. It's just absurd.
We might have to take the intake off. Or the fuel rails. I really wish I could see it. I don't know if I have a default socket. You can probably don't even need to use the extension.
You really made me struggle with that.
I don't know if I have a default maybe. Grab the deep well tin if we're not going to use the extension. It's already out. That should be a deep well tin.
This one?
Yeah. Or watch, that's going to be a 7/16, isn't it?
It is.
None of those, that's the only 10 out, then the other one's in there. Let me see that inch and 16. The wrench. Come on.
You should have asked for a set of extensions for Christmas.
Okay. Pull the fuel rail up.
Do I need to pop the
Huh?
Do I need to pop the plug thing? No.
The wire should already be in it. Just move it out of the way enough to get these screws. The gas don't smell old, so that's good. This is sitting for months. Did you get the one in the back or no?
No.
Notice it?
You smell it?
No, you started taking the extension off.
Yeah, I can.
There's only 4. One in
There's
front.
only 3.
Is there one missing?
On the back.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if I have one of these. Here's a 10 deep well. That might help. You can just pop the end of the, or that. We might have to go get a bolt then. Because that could be a vacuum leak. slash boost lead. We'll swap it with one of the easier ones to get to. Run it all the way out. It's 4 miles an hour. Unplug that from that too.
It's harder to do. Nails don't make things easy, okay? I don't want to break them up.
You sure there's no more on that side?
Yep. The one in the back is gone. G-O-N. Gone.
I'm still holding it down. Nothing else on that side for me anymore. What the fuck? Is there one in the middle right here on the inside? Yes. Here. Check it. I'm sure it's right size. I just literally had a half inch in my hand, cleaning it off, and I have not the slightest fucking idea what I did. I want to get a toolbox for the house.
Yeah. A nice one. I got it.
Both of them?
Yeah.
It'd still be nice to know in the fucking half inches. Or 13, because we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
And I had it. I was holding it in my hand, cleaning it off with that rag, and have not the slightest idea where I set it. All right, well, we'll get back to you when we get the intake off. Just give you an idea of what we were talking about. So you see those butterflies right there? This motor controls those. And when it's cold and idling, they're closed. But then when you floor it or you're cruising, they open. Well, they're disabled right now, so this motor is not doing anything, and they're closed. So that means they're not opening at all, even under hard acceleration. So as you can probably imagine, that is a massive restriction. So we're gonna figure out how I'm gonna get this motor to stay open. So tag along, and when I figure out what I'm gonna do, I'll let you know.
Okay, so I'm taking a pulley off and then replacing it and putting on the alternator.
Yeah, you want to show them the pulley?
Yeah.
And explain that the one that's on there is smooth and it's not supposed to be.
So, hold on. I am replacing the pulley that the wrench is on, if it'll focus.
Because it's smooth.
Because it's smooth.
The bearing is bad.
Because the bearing was bad.
And I replaced it with one that I had.
And he replaced it with one that he had. We have a rigid one now. A ridged one now. So, let's get this pulled off real quick and get the alternator on.
Alright, so we had to switch to a phone because the camera went dead. So far, alternator's in. She's hooking up the wires and all that stuff. We still have to tighten all the supercharger bolts and all that good stuff. She's gonna do this real quick. Once she gets the charging wire on, I am going to switch over to setting the intake on. This is what I did with the intake. I took the motor off and just took me a piece of TIG wire and just tacked it on each side. So now they'll stay open, as you can see. So that should help a little bit. She's doing this. Let's make sure that's all the way. There we go. Babies are coming out to join us and help us work on it. Say hi, Chloe.
They were inside taking a nap when we started.
So this is where we're at so far. Once we start setting the intake and stuff back on, we'll update you.
Okay. So we got the intake set back on. The alternator is getting there. What are you tightening up?
I am getting the supercharger started for you.
Yeah. He's starting the supercharger.
Just because it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Started. Started. All the other ones should.
The next task I want to work on is getting rid of all the vice grips on my hoses.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
That one's a cheap
Plugs.
fix. Yeah.
I just gotta get some plugs. Okay, they're all started. All you gotta do is tighten them up.
Okay, and so that's where we're going. We'll be back in a bit.
Alright, we got the intake fully bolted back on, fuel injectors plugged back in and hooked back up, fuel rail bolted back down. We got the strut tower brace back on. She bolted up the supercharger. We got the supercharger bolted back on. I'm cleaning up the intake, or the throttle body. I'm fixing to put the throttle body back on. And that's pretty much it at the moment. We can update you some more as we get some more done. See, it's not doing that.
Yeah.
I think it had a slight miss. I think I need to get a short throw shifter on this thing down.
I don't mind it, but I also...
I hate this shifter's sloppy as hell.
Well, I guess I'm just used to it. Because I've been driving it with that shifter for years.
Watch your feet. You might have to put your feet on that out there. Like it's not stuttering or anything anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta fix that damn exhaust.
Yeah.
This thing had some like 373s or something like that in it. It's a huge difference.